In the next 11 minutes, the make or mark encounter between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Bafana Bafana of South Africa. And you know what that means? If we go on to lose that encounter, we are definitely not going to be qualifying for the World Cup automatically. And the struggle to making the World Cup will be on another level. South Africa needs to get a draw from that encounter and they will be happy. But for us, here in the green side and in West Africa, Nigeria to be precise, we need all 3 points. 1-0, 2-1, anything, 3 points, and we are still in the race for making the United States, Canada, and Mexico next year. Shegonda is my name, and hey, we're having a very quick preview before that game. I have with me Pedro Peter here. Pedro Peter, 200 million Nigerians are depending on those legs on the pitch that will be coming up in the next 11 minutes.
Oh yes, the players, they know what's at stake. Everyone knows what is at stake. It is the ticket or nothing. 3 points or nothing. Already, some of our adversaries in the group, they've already taken to the pitch earlier. Zimbabwe losing at home
to Rwanda.
So, well, we can't actually call that home.
At home, yeah, it's a neutral ground.
They're playing like orphans away from their home. Rwanda, they've gone ahead of Nigeria on the standings. So while Nigeria has dropped back to 4th. So, but of course, that doesn't matter. What is at stake in front of us is the South Africa fixture. Just go out there and get all 3 points at the Free State Stadium in Bloemfontein, and hopefully, of course, 3 points will narrow everything down to, okay, the deficit between us and South Africa to 3 points. Definitely will go up to 2nd on the standings. Then we'll just take it up from there when the final round of qualifiers come in October.
Quickly, we'll talk about the starting 11. I mean, a couple of changes, 3 changes to be precise. The captain is starting, Trist Ekong William. Frederick is back to the bench, Frederick Benjamin. Cyril Desas is starting this time. Of course, no Victor Osimhen, who didn't even travel the squad. No Tolu Arokudare starting. No double for this time, no Onyeka and Ndidi. Rather, we have Bashiru starting alongside Ndidi. And then we have the regulars, Moses Simon and Ademola Lookman. Does that look hopeful?
We've always had a decent enough starting lineup on paper for all our fixtures, at least dating back to the last 18 months. But the thing is that will they deliver? Will they play in sync? As in, there has to be this connection. You know, go out there, play with heart, play with your mind, play with your soul. So, but fine, on paper, this looks decent enough to take on a team largely dominated by PSL players. You know, but of course, what the South Africans have that their coach Hugo Broos has done with them is to build that chemistry. You know, they are probably effective. They play effective football. You know, probably who is their finest player apart from Rowan Williams, Teboho, Mokoena, and of course Lyle Foster, who plays for Burnley. That's basically
this first 11 I saw, it wasn't in it.
Yeah, that's basically everything about the South Africans. But I like what they've been able to do. Play fine football. You know, just play good. You know, just effective football. You know. Once it's effective, getting the result, swashbuckling style a bit, depending on the opposition. So, but now, just as in front, I know, I just hope he gets enough service, because I know he's someone that can convert 1 in 3 chances, I believe. You know, he may not actually be that prolific hitman, but of course, when it comes to doing the business, at least he ranks high on everybody's list. So, Simon, of course, definitely would always start coming in from the left. I just hope that they just, I don't know, they just play. We don't care how they play. Now, just play.
Just win.
Just win. Just the way it happened against Rwanda last weekend. He just came like that, so we'll take it. The thing is that at the end of 90 minutes, we just should celebrate. Okay, the headlines should read back on track, Nigeria. And they've gotten the 3 points.
Trist Ekong, the captain, benched in the last game against Rwanda, starting against South Africa. I mean, a lot of analysts have said it cost us that game against Zimbabwe in March. And now...
I wouldn't really say he cost us. I think you may want to blame him, but the keeper too was also likely to blame Nwabali. You know, he was actually wasting time, doing a lot of things, and we had a lot of time to go in that fixture. Then when it mattered, there was this lapse in a bit of concentration, and we forfeited 2 points. Those 2 points now are proving to become crucial now. Of South Africa, we held on for all 3 points against Zimbabwe in June, but it is past now. There's nothing we can do about it. So we just have to.
But Ekong coming in, how safe is?
No, very safe. Not very safe. No, he's a good fella. He's a good lad. So good, strong in the middle, dishes out the orders. He's good enough. Good enough. So personally, I never saw it as anything. Eric Chell dropping in for the last game. It happens now, just in a regular game. You will never play all the games. You can't play every game. You know, so and don't forget, you have to manage these players too, because they have club commitments too. It is those clubs that actually pay the bulk of their fees, whether medicals, surgeries, operations, you name it. So fine, they may be patriotic, but hey, do not be so patriotic that you end up losing your senses. So it happens like that, even with Sweden.
So it's not a pointer to anything in the future.
No. Isak didn't actually start.
I mean, he has not played this season.
They lost against Kosovo, so but he still came up, played about 20-25 minutes. So the coach already assured John Dal Thomas, and he assured Liverpool that he will manage the player, and of course he kept to his word. You know, at least don't start him more, because he's just transferred for big British record.
A heavy sum.
So you want to actually tamper your toy with a bit of care.
Bashiru and Iwobi, that's not that they are new to the team, but this mixture is something quite new. I mean, from that you can feel Eric Chelle just wants all the balls to be progressive, sacrificing Onyeka, the Onyeka into the combination and keeping it more attacking. Are we going to see progressive football?
In a bit, yes, because the South Africans themselves, they play progressive football in a way. You know, they know how to hold the ball, just push it up front. So probably he wants to, like, let's start the defense by attacking and all that. So I think by the second half, probably if we get a goal or two, he would want to manage the situation by bringing in the Frank Onyekas and the likes. So, but he just wants to probably take this first 45 minutes to look and see how things pan out. Already, during this World Cup qualification series for Nigeria, he has actually been the coach with the best record, so to say, because he is the third coach to be managing the Super Eagles in the space of 2 years. You know, we started with Jose Pesero.
We moved over to Finidi George.
Now, so as for him, he hasn't actually lost, and he's got fine results, 2 wins and I think a draw. So we'll take that. So let's see how the first 45 pan out.
Very quickly now, that pitch has been quite controversial. Even the coach of the South Africans have said a lot about that pitch. Do you think it will affect the flow of football, especially for the Super Eagles today?
I wouldn't really say. I haven't actually seen our other group opponents play on that pitch per se, except for highlights and the like. So I wouldn't actually, based on eye test, give my own submissions about the venue. Fine, it has caused a little bit of controversy. It was only approved just recently, last week. In fact, in midweek, when CAF and the FIFA officials had to do another round of inspection, you know, because the Lesotho team, they are actually complaining. They actually wanted to take them to another venue,
location.
But, so I don't know what the South Africans did to pass the test and also, but that is where we play. So there's nothing about it. Whether we play on the beach sand or wherever, just go there, do your thing, get all 3 points. We want to be in North America next year because it will be lovely. Trust me. You know, imagine crisscrossing 3 countries on a continent. You know, doing Canada up top, USA in the middle, and
Mexico, coming down to Mexico
downtown. Come on, you know, that's what we all want. That is what personally I want. You know, so but let's see how it goes. Let's see how everything pans out. So, but of course, myself, the Eagles, they've given us enough reasons not to believe. Definitely, as it is now, I am even skeptical. But let's see.
There was a tweet from FIFA that has gone really controversial about Nigerians. About 95% of those commenting on that tweet, where the tweet said that should Nigeria not win that game, and then somehow Benin does not beat Lesotho, South Africa will be making the World Cup. And people were asking, what about the 3 points? What about the ineligible play? That was about 95% of the comments. Nigerians were going ballistic.
Yeah. Now, what about the 3 points fiasco? I think it's a thing of the rules, what the rules says. Did South Africa, did they default? Oh, yes, they did. They know that. They themselves, they've admitted.
Yeah.
But what they are holding on to was the fact that Lesotho did not actually filing their complaint or lodge an appeal within the stipulated 24 hours. So now that Lesotho, they failed, what do we do?
Sunday said, former skipper of the Super Eagles was saying recently that it will be taken off at the end of the entire round of games and all.
Maybe if let's say if South Africa manages to qualify and the person coming second does not actually have the enough points, so it will be easy to just take it off. So, but now that it is controversial, that everything seems that okay, everything is plausible at this time.
At the moment.
Yeah. So a lot could actually take place. A lot could happen. So it is left for the lawyers now, those who understand the law and the rule books and the statutes about the game. What happens, what does not happen. So it just begs to be. But for now, let us just do what we can do, what is expected of us. Go out there, go onto the pitch, get the desired result, and just let's see how it goes from there. Everything will be done in the next 1 month.
Okay, as we go now, your quick prediction, very quickly.
Okay, a draw. Because Nigeria hasn't lost in about 13 fixtures away.
So you think it's going to be 1-0?
We've never lost in South Africa. So at least a draw.
All right. There's Peter Pedro telling you after 90 is going to end in a draw. I don't know. I just want to be hopeful. See you at the other side in the next 90 minutes plus whatever extra time the referee gives us. And we hope the Super Eagles does